Hello everyone, welcome to our winner announcement stream of Cohere Hackathon. I am super excited to have you here, and first of all, we would like to thank you so much for your participation, for your great ideas, for your exciting projects. We have more than 2,000 participants for this hackathon and 150 teams and 37 submissions, 37 great ideas. And today we have Luis, one of the judges of Cohere, and here with us also Alec. It's our partner manager at New Native. Alec, I'm leaving the stage for you. Please introduce yourself, and if you can tell a little bit about LabLab, will be great.
Hello, everybody. It's really good to see you again. I always really enjoy these moments because this is like the summary of all of our efforts of the few weeks that have just gone by, of all the work, of all the effort. So this is the cherry on top. This is the 10% of pleasure out of the pain and out of the work. So it's fantastic to see all of the results. I'm Alexander Jankowski, as Nasty introduced me, operations and partner manager. We're running LabLab AI, basically a place where everybody can come and learn about artificial intelligence, where they can try out ideas with zero consequences. They can show themselves if they're really good, and if they come up with a great idea, we can showcase them, we can present them, and we can really, bounce around great ideas. As the saying goes, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go in a group. We're building a community where we can support each other, really take our ideas further, and build greater and greater applications. And I hope this Cohere Hackathon has been another episode for everybody to be able to create and let the creative juices flow and really surprise us with what they come up with and with how clever the application of these wonderful, incredible tools by Cohere is. So I believe that should suffice for an introduction of myself and LabLab.ai. And with pleasure, I will hand it over to Luis to tell us a little bit about Cohere, who was our main technological focus for this event.
Thank you, Alec, and thank you, Nestor, for the introduction. Yes, my name is Luis Serrano, and I'm the developer relations lead at Cohere. And yeah, I mean, I share Alec's excitement. We really are the most fun part of our job is to see the models in the powerful applications that you create over here at the hackathons. We get so amazed by the impact and the technology that you use, and it's really our favorite thing. So yeah, just a little bit about Cohere. That we have build the large language models. The endpoints are generating embed classification, and the latest one that we're very happy about is multilingual model. So yes, just super excited to be here to see all the wonderful things that you built in the hackathon, and yeah, and thank you to LabLab as well for hosting this. Well, I'll give the word back to you.
Thank you so much, Alec. Thank you, Luis. And yep, just a quick reminder. Today I'm contacted best top 5 teams, and today two teams. This is team with PsyQbot and team with project Ask to Run are with us. You may see them. And they will also tell a little bit more about their project. The last 3 projects, we will play their presentation. So guys, you will be able also to see and to check their ideas. And yeah, I think we can start with the first presentation. It's a project Voice Clue. Can I ask you, Max, to play the presentation?
Hello everyone, I'm Gayatri Varparthi and I'm currently a 3rd year undergraduate at Andhra University College of Engineering, and we, the VM2 team, has built a project called Voice Clue. Our Voice Clue is an AI-powered assistant that can generate descriptions about a given keyword, and it can also read it out aloud with a selected accent. So it uses artificial intelligence and natural language generation algorithms to generate text by itself about a given keyword. And this is our team. We have Srinath, Sunday, Siddiq and me. And our descriptor also reads the generated text out loud using a text-to-speech engine to produce spoken language. And this technology can be used in various applications such as writing articles, understanding various topics, and many more. The descriptor provides a good intuition on any given keyword, and it works well with many word groups. Here we have used with Cohere generated API under its hood. It is trained on large amounts of text data. It learns patterns and relations in language and generates new information from the learning. It mimics the human way of interpreting the information and generates unseen data analytically. And we have used Cohere, Streamlit, Python, GTTS, Pill, and GitHub technologies in our project. And we came up with this idea of building an AI-powered voice assistant which can generate a description and it can speak out. And we also provided a drop-down where the user can select what kind of accent that he needs. It can be British, Australian, American, Indian, Canadian, or South African. And provided generated descriptions for a given keyword are accurate, and it takes optimal amount of time to generate them. And it also has a lucid interface, and it almost works like a human. You can see the many more features in the upcoming demo session. And the interface would look something like this. Here is an example that we have performed on the voice glue. We have given the Elon Musk as a given keyword prompt, and we have selected the British English. You can see in here. So our machine has generated this description saying Elon Musk is a South African born Canadian American entrepreneur and businessman and so on. So it also, if it has run in the local environment like localhost, the media player which contains the voice of the generated text is downloaded immediately. But we have hosted it on Streamlit, and we have deployed it using our GitHub repository. There we have done some experiments on prompts to check whether our model actually work, and up for a demo, guys. Thank you. If you really wanted to contact us, and here is our Gmails and Discord links and LinkedIn links, you can contact us at any time. Thank you. Up for a demo.
Hello everyone, I am Srinath Gura. Today I would like to show you a demonstration of our work for Cohere Hackathon. Our project is Voice Glue, and this is the interface. We have hosted it on Streamlit. So our project is basically an AI-powered descriptor which describes about the user prompted keyword and also outputs the same through speech. And also the interface supports 7 English accents. So it increases usability for users all over the world. Let me show you an example. How many of us like cake? I think most of us. So let's ask our assistant to describe about cake. It takes a bit time as it have to translate the text into speech. Let's wait for it. So yeah, it's ready.
A cake is a sweet dessert that is usually baked. It can be made with a variety of ingredients, including flour, sugar, eggs, butter, milk, and baking powder. Cakes are often decorated with icing or other toppings, such as chocolate or fruit. They can also be filled with cream, custard, or fruit preserves. Cakes are typically served at celebrations, such as birthdays, weddings, and anniversaries. They can all...
Hope you liked it. And the interface also provides a feature to download the audio, so you can use it elsewhere. Now let's go through the GitHub repository. So this is the GitHub repository of our project. So you can go through the README and also the provided presentation. And this is the actual Python code that the interface works upon. So we have used various modules like Pill, Streamlit, GTTS, and python.env, IO, and pygame. So we have used the cohere.generate to generate the text, the description for the required keyword, and then used the Streamlit to create an amazing interface, and then output the speech through audio player. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Max, for playing the presentation. And unfortunately, we don't have participants from the first team. And that's why I'm asking Louis, do you have some comments regarding the first one project, why you are choosing this project and why you like it?
Yeah, we really like this project because it combines several things. Like we look a lot at creativity and how the technology works. So this one uses generate. So this you do a clue and it generates, which is something I found fascinating, and also like uses the speech part. So it's a very nice combination of different technologies and different endpoints that gives a pretty creative answer. So that's why we selected it.
Okay,
So
thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we are moving to the next one presentation. It's project Joule. Again, we don't have teams presenting in live this project today. So Max, can I ask you to play the presentation for Joule project?
Hello everyone, I am here representing ACE, and we will be demoing Joule, a low-friction conversational daily journaling experience where we hope to enable users to write your way to a better day. So the problem we are trying to solve is that people are generally struggling with day-to-day living. Typical well-being structures are cost and time prohibitive, and people are missing opportunities to improve because of the support systems are disconnected. The solution to this is Joule. It's a low-friction mobile application tailored to users' unique interests. A conversational experience similar to that of a friend, an accountability partner, or a licensed practitioner. And it's also a programmatic method to connect what a person says and the actions they need to take to be successful. This is our front-end experience where there's a sign-in workflow, a create account workflow, and an adding of a journaling event, which we'll be demoing later. So what makes us so special? We plan to build an interconnected system that cuts through the burden of organizing anybody's daily actions. Overall, it is a much more cost-effective solution that combines multiple solutions like journaling, virtual assistants, and therapists or life coaches. It's got a low barrier of entry and it has very minimum effort required. And we will stay true to never having a subscription model behind or advertisements on our platform. For us, there's a fast feedback loop between when a person says or shares that they want to achieve a goal and how we offer them solutions to do so. So this product is for young adults 18 to 25 that are tech savvy and are looking to improve themselves but can't afford professional services. Also, adults in the 25 to 45 age bracket that can't commit time or effort to a professional service but understand its value. And introverted individuals who are self-sufficient or self-reliant but don't have a strong accountability system. Jumping into the front-end experience, a user will be able to input an email and a password or authenticate through a Google partner. On their first login, they'll be onboarding by providing their name as well as key things that are important to them, such as sleeping, eating, habits, fitness, time management, and prayer. When they're creating their first note, they'll be guided through it by either a speech-to-text model or a model that's read off of text input or typed input. Assuming this person wants to do typed input and they write something out, once they've completed a submission, they'll get suggestions provided by the Cohere API endpoints, including adding meetings, evaluating their mood, as well as setting reminders. They're able to select which ones are important to them, and once they've decided, they can hit continue. What will happen is that now that data will be updated into our backend system, and we will begin suggesting improvements based off of their trends. Adding the link would include anything that we think is supplementary content that might help them achieve their goals. When they're satisfied, they can look at the trends in their timelines, as well as for reminders, their mood, and look at historical notes. Evaluating the architecture for this solution would include a Flutter mobile front end so that it can be cross-platform deployed. The Express JavaScript backend would be hosted on a web server that would be interacted through like typical JavaScript. Those Express backends would be interacting with both the Cohere API endpoints in their generating and classify models, as well as the Firebase to leverage the OAuth systems, as well as Firestore for our databasing. Interacting between these two systems is complete, the Flutter to Express JavaScript, but not all of the front end is. The Firebase is out of box and it is complete, and the Cohere is out of box and it is complete. So interacting with the API and with specific notifications is what's up slated for development next. Thank you for listening to our presentation, and we hope to hear your questions, comments, or concerns soon.
Thank you so much, Max, for playing the presentation. And again, Luis, do you have some comments for this project?
Yeah, something that we really liked of this one was the creativity. I mean, I think something so simple as fixing our daily struggles and organizing things, yet can be so creative. There's not a lot of solutions that we've seen on that. So being able to put several endpoints together and to solve that problem has been really something that really effective as creative.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you so
maybe,
much.
I'm sorry, Nasty, I will interrupt. You can check out, and we had our first question. So where can they test this application? So all the applications and everything we're mentioning here is listed on lablab.ai. If you go into the event page, scroll a little bit down, we will have the winners highlighted and the top teams highlighted, and you can go into each project, check out their links, reach out to the people who made them. Feel free to reach out, ask questions, engage. Like, I think this is beneficial for everybody. So don't be a stranger. Don't feel stressed about trying it out and kind of digging in there as much as you can. Sorry for interrupting,
Yeah.
Nasty. Back to you.
Yeah. No, thank you so much, Alec. Yeah, and also we will announce all top projects, all our winners on our social media, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and as well I will share with top projects on Discord in our general channel for Lab and in our general channel for Cohere. So yeah, you will see all the projects here, and I will mention with links. So you will have opportunity to check them, to test them. So don't worry. And we will move to the next project. And here we have guys. They will responsible to present it and to tell about more about themselves. We have project TyQBot. Yeah, I would like to invite guys here. Please introduce yourself and tell a little bit more about you and about your idea.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Hello, everyone. We are the team of software engineers, and we don't really have a deep background in IA. So that's why Cohere was a perfect fit for our background. We developed an assistant that helps people navigate their daily emotional problems easier. Yeah, using Cohere, we fine-tuned the model and trained it on a large body of psychological knowledge which is out there.
Thank you so much. And yeah, I think we can play the presentation. Max, can I ask you to play the presentation?
Hello everyone, we are Team Incremental Experience, and for Cohere Hackathon today we developed this bot, PsychoBot, a chat assistant that helps you navigate behavioral problems in your daily life quickly and efficiently. So imagine a situation, you're in a conflict with a loved one. You're probably very intimidated and struggling to find the right words. And what's going on? Low empathy plus problematic situation results in lower life quality. And what you're thinking now is that it would probably be a good idea to consult with a therapist and find a way to solve the problem, but it's not the way, because you need the answer right now. And here comes our solution, Psychobot. Imagine you can get an instant answer to your psychological question. This is exactly what Psychobot does. You get the answer, you know how to navigate the problem well, and you make up. This is the demo. Imagine you are again in a conflict, and you probably broke up with someone, with a friend or with your girlfriend, and you're feeling guilty because of this. So your question is, what should I do if I feel guilty for breaking up? It's normal to feel guilty and unhappy after a breakup. Yeah. So the model tries to console you and give you some advice how to behave in this situation. More than that, gives you a list of sources you can work through to get even more insight. Let's try another situation. You envy someone and it makes you very unhappy. So you're trying to avoid this feeling. How do I avoid envy, being envy? Okay, the data set is not perfect and the data wasn't pre-processed very well, but this is the answer our model gives. Can do even better than this. Now we will have a quick look at our business plan. The customer segment is mass market because we are targeting literally everyone. Customer relationships will be established just in the chat. We will reach the customers through typical Google Ads or maybe some other services related to that. Our value is very clear. We help people find empathy-related answers quickly and efficiently and increase their level of life through that. Revenue streams are also clear. A basic subscription. Our team will be busy with these key activities: data extraction and transformation. The resources of ours are large language models provided by Cohere and the huge body of psychological knowledge which is outside. Costs incurred are compute resources and storage plus Cohere subscription. Key partners are of course Cohere AI and BlaBla. As any other solution, ours also has limitations. Psychobot can not replace a real therapist, but still it's a very good solution for ad hoc situations because this is where it works best. I will finish it up with this call to action slide. Psychobot is very good at answering questions immediately, quickly, and giving you sources for further reading. Navigate emotions better with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Max. And here we have other team. So, guys, do you have some questions to PsychBot project? Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you. So, yeah, question is, how did Cohere API help you, and what API endpoints did you use for your project?
Thanks for the question. We used both embed and generate because the assistant does both generation and search among various texts. We used embed to generate an index of our database, an index of resources, and embed, and at the generate endpoint we used it for basically answering the prompts. And the background of the generate endpoint was fine-tuned from the data set we created.
Cool. So I have another question. So on one hand, this is a very early psychological analysis, right? So on one hand, it can stop people from going to a psychiatrist a little bit because they will find a kind of answer. But on the other hand, it could also lead to a specific psychiatrist because it could easily be linked that here we have found a psychiatrist in your neighborhood. Here's his phone number, and please reach out to him for further steps. So what is your idea for the next course of action to kind of answer that problem and answer that argument that this could stop people from going to psychiatrists?
Oh, well, in our opinion, it's very, very early to um, um, suggest this, but well, our first step would be rather collect a larger database of resources because currently it's not able to answer many questions, just some very specific ones. But generally, yeah, it could give you a good hint on which therapist to choose because therapists differ in terms of which practices they use, which guidelines they follow. So if you ask a question properly, you will you will have an answer, and then you will have a list of resources which correspond to your problem. And this is a good start to move further in the field.
Thank you very much. That's a great answer at this stage.
Thank you so much. Luis, do you have some questions?
Yes, first of all, I really enjoyed it. It's a really cool project because it has like a very good like purpose. You know, it helps people. And I had a question like how when you let's say you go further on this, how would you like evaluate it, or would you what kind of metrics, qualitative, quantitative?
Our plan was to have a set of predefined prompts because people generally have similar problems in their lives. That's why therapists exist. They know how to respond to those basic problems people have. So if you have a large set of prompts, maybe 100 or 20, 200 such prompts, then it would be enough to evaluate the model somehow, even if the process is partially manual. It's good enough.
Great, thank you.
Thank you so much. And I have also questions. Do you guys plan to develop your project after the hackathon?
I'm sorry, could you say it again, please?
Yeah,
my
I
network
I
wasn't
have a
well.
question. I have a question. Do you guys plan to continue develop your project after the hackathon?
Yeah, thank you. I think it would be nice to work on it a little more because there are some ideas we were not able to implement during the hackathon time. So yeah.
Yeah, would be great. Thank you so much. And here also we have participant from the first team voice clue. He asked me to introduce him because he wasn't able to join us at the beginning of the stream. Here we have Srina Hura. If you are hear us, please unmute yourself, and if you want to tell in addition a few words about your project, you're welcome. Stage is yours, but we already played your presentation, so don't worry.
Yeah, I'm here and I'm happy that our project is selected. And I would like to thank the Cohere API. It helped us a lot in the project work. So our project is built upon Cohere Generate. And also we have used the Streamlit. And I would like to thank LabLab AI for conducting the hackathon. And yeah, I'm open for any questions. Actually, yeah, I have nothing more to say, but I'm open to questions.
Thank you so much. I have a question. Are you alone? No, as I remember, you have teammates, right?
Yeah, I'm having my team members. Yeah, one of them is Gayatri.
Mm-hmm.
and the others are Siddiq, and yeah, I have other two, Omar Solo, and one of the team member have left the team in middle of the project. So those are my
Mm-hmm.
team members.
Great. How did you came up with ideas, guys?
So actually, we saw that the modern day chatbots are actually only text oriented. So we would like to add the sting of voice to that. And then we named our project Voice Glue and added the Google TTS to that.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, Luis. If you have some questions, so please feel free because we are moving to the next team.
Okay. No questions around. I just like the fact that you went a little out of the usual text model and use voice. So and you just answered my question was how do you think of that? Of doing that. So, thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much. And we are moving to the next team. Our next team is the Slingshot. So we don't have, it's a solo team. We don't have Guy for presenting this project now. So yeah, Max, again, can I ask you to play the presentation for us?
Hello, my name is Eric Kogut, and I'm a student at Western University. Today, I'm going to be demoing my product for the Live Lab AI Hackathon Slingshot. So before we get into the actual implementation itself, let's talk about, I guess, how we got here. So yeah, just as a little introduction, I've previously used Cohere's platform during a previous hackathon at the hackathon HackWestern 9. So I was really impressed by the fact that I was able to build an interactive chatbot in under 36 hours without having any previous experience. And trust me, we've all been there. We want to get into AI, we want to build some cool solution, but we don't know how to get started. So Cohere's platform and tool solves a lot of the problems in that space. But and if anyone's curious to learn more about the project, feel free to visit the dev post. Now, there's still some, I guess, like some thoughts after the hackathon. I thought, like, how could I have made this experience more easy? How could I have made it maybe collaborative? And finally, how could I have made it more fun? Currently, Cohere has a lot of great documents in addition to the playground, which makes it easy for users to just get started or to learn about exactly what kind of tools they have at their disposal. In terms of actually storing vectorized data that you might embed with Cohere, Pinecone also does a great job. It has a lot of great tools, but at the end of the day, it's really up to you to actually implement it and create your own client. So I guess like going beyond my background, let's talk about like market trends. So currently, as everybody knows, engineering recruitment has had a tough time with almost 90,000 employees being laid off in 2023 alone. And that's of course in addition to the six-figure layoffs in 2022. We've also seen a huge growth in low code over the past few years, and it's set to grow by 20% in 2023. And then finally, again, what's widely spread is the adoption of AI and the so-called datafication of just like every single industry. The whole AI industry will grow to $190 billion by 2025. Now, moving on, I guess like after reflection and really understanding what the market opportunity is, the two main people I would be targeting, or two main groups, would be independent developers and tech firms. So independent developers want to build something that's easy, and also not just easy to implement, but also easy to test and to use as a whole. On the other hand, tech firms want to be able to maybe implement some new AI system, but they don't want to have all the tech overhead that might come with like integrating it with their own tech stack and such, or maybe learning the best way to store the embeddings or to actually train it. So again, Cohere has a lot of great tools in order to do this, but I feel like it could still be done in a way that's more easier and far more accessible to reach a far-reaching audience. So again, the opportunity I see here is to work on like the testing, the collaboration, in addition to like the fine tuning, in addition to all the other things you see here, before actually being able to use the model. So finally, here's where we are, Slingshot, an all-in-one tool to help companies and developers create models, store data, and streamline their NLP workflow for their use cases, making developing NLP models easy, effective, and enjoyable. So what I've gone ahead and built is a sort of like drag and drop interface that is easy to build and obviously easy to access with an endpoint. Let's go ahead and go to the demo. So as we can see here are the different technologies we use for each of the for the stack, and let's check out the demo. Cool. So when we get started, we can go ahead and create a new project. So let's call it HoverMoonBot. Finally, we have a project here. Now within each project, we can have a number of data flows. So in order to create a new data flow, let's go ahead and click this button here. Let's say demo data flow. Cool. So now I've pre-created a general data flow of what I've sort of used to build my previous bot. Here we can see with there's a number of blocks at our disposal. There's a generate, embed, adding a Pinecone database, in addition to being able to delete all the nodes you see here. With this, well, we're using React Flow. So as you can see, it's smart in the sense that this node has a clear input node and output node, and if you try to connect two output nodes, it just won't work. So in addition to being able to test it with the endpoint, we can also just like edit the body here. So here we can edit it, and here we're using React Ace as a web-based IDE, and we can just edit the body JSON data over here. So here, let's go ahead and connect each of these nodes. So we want to send a request, and in the body, we'll have some sort of data. Maybe we want to set the max tokens to be 200. And the temperature, let's turn it down a little bit to 0.5. And then we connect that to the embed node. So once we have the generation, let's embed the generation based on the original request before finally accessing the Pinecone database. And once we get the, let's say, top 21 results with a matching score above 0.6, let's create another generation. And again, we'll turn down the temperature, something nice and low, and we'll create max tokens 200, for example. So in this, as you can see here, it's just like super easy to visualize, easy to collaborate, and even if people that aren't super technical can clearly see what's happening in the flow. And if we hover over the database, we can see that we have access to 36,579 vectors. And when we think we're good to go, so we like this flow, we can go ahead and just access this endpoint. So if we just head over to actually what's happening, we can see that if we don't send any body, the base request will just be like a question of how do I improve my sleep. So we'll run the query, the generation for this request, and then we'll run the rest of the nodes. So then we have an embed node, we have another query node, before finally having our last generation node. So all of that is running just fine and would update here. There we go. Perfect. So as we can see, it's a pretty straightforward process in actually creating it, being able to collaborate on it. And overall, it's just a more fun experience. You don't have to create a backend. With this, you'd be able to just copy this link into your front end and then be able to run it right off there. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my demo, and I'm free to answer any questions, whether it be through GitHub or LinkedIn. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Max, for playing presentation for us. Thank you. And I will ask Lois again, if you have some comments regarding this project, please share with us.
Thank you. Yeah, we really enjoyed this Slingshot because it kind of democratizes the process, right? Not just for the people who code, but it makes a really fun drag and drop. I myself, I like that because it's I like to build models, and coding is sometimes, I code all the time. So yeah, very cool idea. Very interesting way to sort of simplify things for others to build models. So very nice project.
Great, thank you so much. And again, guys, if you have some questions to this project, share with us on our Twitch or in our general channel for Cohere. Then, guys from Syncshot will ask you, we will answer. And again, I will share with all links in our general channel and in all our social media. And we are moving to the last one team, Ask Huron. We have here, guys, a big team. Thank you for joining us today. And I will ask to introduce yourself. Hello, we are here. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you so much. So my name is Mispa, and I'm joined here with a team from different parts of the globe. So we have Haider, Arisa, Osama, and Arslan. We're a bunch of AI enthusiasts, and we have we came together with an idea to help out a community which, let's say, might not have a lot of resources, which is essentially educational as well as religious literature community. So that's where the idea came together. If we can build something that we can ask questions, so just any educational content or any religious content. So that's where we came up with the idea of Ask Quran. Yeah, we're excited to be part of this, and yeah, looking forward to any questions.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. And yeah, let's play your presentation. And after that, if you have some questions, please feel free to ask. Max, can I ask you to play the presentation?
Hey everyone, this is Team Menlo Park Lab, and we will talk about our project, which is Ask Quran. Our team comprises of individuals from different parts of the globe, and we got together with an objective to help make it easy for people to search within Quran in their own language. And this search is not just using keyword or conventional lexical search. Rather, we wanted to make it easy where people can write full sentences and ask questions from Quran. Then our system can take those questions and perform a semantic search and return back results in a clear and concise manner, summarized with references. And this technique is applicable to documents in multiple languages. Cohere makes it very easy for us to embed over 100 languages into vector form and then perform semantic search over these embeddings. So we started with a simple Streamlit application which takes users' queries and then performs the analysis and returns back the results in a summarized form. So then we thought, why not take it to the next stage, which is deploying the web app. So we built the web app and deployed it on Vercel. So you can see it is in a very simple, easy to use interface like ChatGPT, where users can ask questions and our bot can perform the analysis and return back results to the users. So these could be about any topic that is mentioned in the Quran, and our bot can perform the semantic search and return results in users' language. So how does this work? So our front end takes user query and embeds that using Cohere's embedding API. And those embeddings are then searched within a vector database. And in our case, we are using Pinecone vector database. So we're looking for a semantic search, a similarity-based search in this case. And the results that we get from the vector space, we then utilize OpenAI Completion API to summarize that response and return it to the user in their own language. So this is in relation to user queries. For the text corpus, we initially took the dataset we had in Arabic, and then we performed embedding in a similar fashion, and then we saved it in Pinecone vector database. And if there is any addition or absorption, we can always perform that and save it to the Pinecone vector database. For our front end, we built an app and deployed to Vercel using JavaScript framework. And for our backend, we utilized Flask-based API that we deployed on render.com. And then we're calling these APIs. So for now, the application is deployed as a Vercel app and is available to try. The few things that we would like to work in the future is to include chat history to make it easy for a bot to understand context from the conversation as well. In addition to that, we would like to embed additional Islamic literature and make that as part of the literature search. So when a user performs a query, they get detailed response based on a huge corpus of Islamic text. And the business model for this is that we want to utilize our system to expand to businesses who have documentation in different languages and essentially provide their users or employees with a simple to use chatbot interface. And we can also expand this to educational institutes where there could be unified educational content in embedded form, and students from around the world can learn from that embedded model in their own language with a simple interface. So give our app a try at the link available here. If you'd like to learn how we deployed the app, reach out to us. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Max. And guys, if you have some questions, please feel free to ask. I know Alec has one good question.
Yes, I would love to start. First of all, love the application. Really something fantastic. I always love to dive deeper into religion, and I never have the time or the patience to go through all the text. So this is absolutely something that is a lifesaver for somebody like me. But I'm also super interested in seeing and noticing the differences between the teachings of different religions. So my question to you guys would be, are you considering, or are you planning to include other religions or other religious texts? And are you perhaps going to be going in the direction of comparing them and adding kind of like a functionality where you can see the differences of each teaching and differences of the approach of different religions? Thank you.
That's a very good question. Yes, actually, we do plan. So we start, basically with one book, which is Quran. But the goal for us, or vision for us, is to expand to other literature, to other educational content. And the good thing is that the way we developed our sort of the workflow, we can add more books to it as embeddings, and then we can ask questions across all of those books. So yeah, definitely that's something we're excited about as well.
Thank you.
Ooh, yeah, I also liked it a lot. Anything that educates and also that breaks language barriers and cultural barriers is wonderful. So you kind of have answered my question already, but yeah, is it kind of like if you change the data set that you train it with, potentially you could have sort of an educational engine, right? Is it something that you would consider, sort of more adding more topics and things like that?
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, Luis, thanks for the question. So in general, the way we have is we're calling different APIs, and the workflow right now is, embed a book. And then from there, we can add that to the question answer UI. So definitely, that's what we plan, and it's quite easy for us right now with the infrastructure that we built. At this point, it's just one book, but yeah, definitely we plan to add educational content, more educational content. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I have one question. Can you please tell a little bit more about organizational process? Because it's most of all for our future participants, for our future hackathons. People are really interested in how we can create the successful team. How can we can divide the responsibilities between members in the team? If you have some comments about organizational process, please share with us. It's really great to hear your opinion.
Yeah, definitely. I think two things worked in our favor, actually, time zones and skill set. So time zones where, we are different parts of the world. So we just took task, and then by the time someone wakes up, then the other task is already done. So we kind of took from each other. So that was nice. We kind of built up on each other. Second is skill set. So we had three people who had ML background, and then two people who had web development background. So we kind of combined all of that together, and it kind of made it easy for us to build and deploy at deadlines. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. And thank you guys, all of you, to being with us today. I will ask you to leave the stage. We will have a short break, 5 minutes, and we will back to you with announcing of winner for Cohere Hackathon. Thank you so much. Hello again, welcome back, and we are happy to announce you guys the winner of Cohere Hackathon, and I'm leaving the stage to Alec.
Thank you so much. But before I make the announcement, let me ask Lewis from Cohere to help us remind you what the stakes are, what the award for first place is today, and what the runners-up or the finalists will receive as well.
Yes. So the winner team gets $5,000 on Cohere API credits and $1,000 cash. And among the finalists, it'll be split 4,000 API credits from Cohere and $13,000 of cash. So the stakes are high.
Thank you, Lewis. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So the competition was tough. The solutions were really, really good. Your prototypes were excellent. I have to say that it's really a pleasure to see such a high level in a competition such as this one. You really can hold your heads up high, all the finalists, for what you've done. And you need to kind of repent for making our lives so difficult when it comes to judging, because it was way too close for comfort for us. But unfortunately, there needs to be a winner, and we need to pick the best solution. So we judged you on a bunch of criteria, and we have decided, and drum roll here, we have decided that Ask Quran has taken the first place due to the overall polish and the market potential for the solution to be used in education, religion, and overall worldwide. The other applications were at an incredible level, but we have decided that Ask Quran has the potential to really bring this project forward and really move forward into business. So that was our logic and the reasoning behind it. But as I said, the competition was fierce. It was tough, but ultimately we're all here to really become better at what we're doing, to learn new things. So I ultimately really hope that these credits and these cash rewards are only going to be a side benefit for you, and you're going to be able to wake up tomorrow and to tell yourself, I really did an awesome job. I really knocked it out of the park. I'm part of a new economy, of the new wave of companies, of the new wave of specialists that are coming and are starting to help us build a world that is more efficient, better, faster, and hopefully more enjoyable for everybody. So for that, I thank absolutely everybody who participated, especially you guys. You've done incredible, incredible work. Yeah, and perhaps you'd like to say a few words?
Thank you so much. Thank you to the team who organized. Thank you, Cohere. This is amazing. I mean, I was just celebrating while mute, so probably did not hear the excitement. But yeah, really appreciate this. Was a really nice platform to learn, build together, and yeah, definitely we do plan to take it further to bring it to the educational content as discussed earlier. So really appreciate yeah, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and my congratulations, guys, for you.
All right. So with that,
Congratulations.
I think we can wrap it up here. Lewis, would you like to make a comment? Anybody else would like to make a comment?
No,
We still have a little bit of time. We can.
Just reiterating that these were a very difficult decision and we're all wonderful, but I want to congratulate the winning team, the finalists, and everybody who took part in it. It's a pleasure for us to see all this wonderful work. So thank you.
Solid work. Really solid work, everyone. Thank you. And hopefully we'll catch you in the next hackathon. And we'll continue to follow very keenly the progress that everybody is making. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, guys, again for the stream, for being with us today. And see you next time. Bye.